Hey, we're back again.
The
Coon Prairie Ramblers.
It's going to be hard to top that song we just sang.
Y'all missed it off the air.
I wish you
Be
could.
glad. Be glad.
Well,
Well, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen.
It's that time again.
Everything in between.
Yeah.
It is that time again for the illustrious, infamous
Oh, no.
bomb.
Oh,
She getting ready to fall. Are we red eye?
yeah.
Red Eye.
All right, duck for cover, because here she comes.
Hey, you know what? I just realized that was in stereo.
It was.
Surround sound.
Surround sound.
We're harmonizing.
We get surrounded
Yeah.
by bombs.
Harmony.
Oh, you did the harmony?
Yes.
And you took
Yeah,
lead.
Yes.
why not? And we didn't even practice.
Harmony.
Not bad for a couple of white boys.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We're gonna. Casey, you came up with a pretty good what if. What is that? What if?
If you could be an illionaire,
Illionaire.
but we're taking money out of the equation.
What?
We're not going to
money.
be a millionaire, a
Illion.
billionaire, or a trillionaire.
Billion.
But you could be an illionaire in something else. What would you choose to be an illionaire in?
Oh my goodness! For fun, for pleasure, for profit, for what? For
You
whatever.
know, I have
You
never...
remember when during a war in Iraq, and somebody had come to George Bush and told him that they had bad news that
Yes.
5 Brazilians had been killed during the war, and he said, "Oh, that's terrible." He said, "And by the way, how many's in a Brazilian?" Oh, okay.
No surprise there. No surprise there. Hey, no shortage of corny jokes around here either.
I'd be a jokinaire,
There you go.
corny
a jokinaire,
jokinaire.
What kind
Hi,
of
Luke.
what kind of
And
illionaire
Mel,
would you-
what would you be? A millionaire.
millionaire? Hey,
I'd
well,
like to have
You just
a
coined the
million
word.
of me, huh?
I know I don't know if you want a
I
million.
don't know.
No,
We have a world ready for that.
Don't put that to a vote. Might get your feelings hurt. Not a million.
I'd have
A few thousand, maybe.
I'd have an alien cars. You know, I envy Marty. Marty's
Good luck
always
buying insurance. Go
Marty
ahead.
Dow. He's always coming up with.
Party Marty.
He's always got a new car, doesn't he? Or not a new car, a different car,
A new old car.
a new old car.
He likes old
No,
cars.
that's pretty neat. I've always liked that. I mean, I've never been a
But you wouldn't
person
want
that-
a million cars because you'd have to buy insurance and gas for them.
Oh, I forgot about
It'd be great
that.
to have a fleet of them.
A fleet, yeah.
I tell you what, if you got get a couple of rabbits, it wouldn't take you long to be a rabbit
Rabbit ear.
millionaire.
A bunny ear.
Bunny ears.
Bunny ear.
Of course, you'd eat pretty good because I love
Oh,
rabbit.
yeah. Oh, you like rabbit? Yeah.
My favorite meat. I'll take that over a T-bone right now.
And
Well,
they're easy
Welsh
to
rarebit.
skin, too.
Every
Yeah,
day
you
of the week.
just peel their hide off.
Ah, yeah,
Just like a squirrel.
Have you ever raised them?
Yeah,
I
my
have.
father-in-law did. We were talking about him earlier.
Lindsay was a rabbitter.
We had a freezer
A
full of rabbit.
rabbiteer.
A rabbiteer, and they were the tame ones. Taste much better than the wild ones.
Did he like have the New Zealands?
No, we had them big white ones, some flop ears, but mostly
Flop
the
ears, yeah,
regular
some, yeah.
white ones with the spots, brown and black.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Gray.
Yeah. Just
You get a couple of does there and one buck, and you're up to your eyeballs in rabbits before you know it.
doe and buck. Yeah,
Oh, millionaire, you hadn't answered the burning question yet.
Yeah, the burning
I'd have a
question.
million cars.
No,
That's no.
well, he was supposed to say 1 million votes, but he forgot to.
Oh,
'Cause he's running for
where
office.
is my mind?
Well, you know what?
Well, it would be there would be some law breaking going on because
You're gonna have
there
to
ain't
go
a
to-
million votes in this county.
You're going to
You're
have
right.
to go by Cambridge Cemetery, Oak Ridge,
Yeah.
Joshua Creek, and any other
Fort
one,
Ogden.
Owens,
Yeah.
and find
Wait a
all
minute now.
Fort Ogden.
Well, there
And-
still isn't a million in the
Yeah, but
population.
he's a Republican. I thought just the Democrats did that.
Oh, no.
The upper echelon Democrat, not our local Democrats.
But, yeah, you're going to have to dig up some votes.
Yeah.
I would like to have 1 million hats, I think.
Yeah,
I love hats.
A million hats.
A million. I don't know where I'd put them. My wife wants to throw away half of what I got right
Oh,
now.
I know. I drive my wife crazy because I'll be wanting another hat or cap. Or,
Oh.
why in the world do you need another hat? I think same reason you want another pair of shoes or
That's
purse
right.
or whatever.
But they're much cheaper than shoes and
Oh,
purses.
yeah, and easier to store.
I'm an impulse buyer, so I'll buy a hat in a heartbeat.
And
if
I know,
like it.
look, speaking of hats,
Is that a new one?
that's one that
What
was
do you got on there?
given to me
Is
by
that the one that's got the
Charlie.
feather on the back?
Is that a buffalo on there?
Yeah, Charlie and Jenny Tanner was out in South Dakota, North Dakota, Montana.
Well, I saw pictures of them out there.
And they picked up his hat for me because of my Native American heritage. It's got the buffalo,
And the feather.
it's got the feather, and Native
Pride. I like
Pretty
it.
cool. Suits me.
I forgot. I got one from Wyoming. My wife went out there recently, and I forgot. I haven't worn it yet.
She's
Is
roaming.
it a cap or
around.
It's a cap.
So what Indian are you? Casey.
I'm my own Indian.
Oh,
That's right.
I'm my own
You're talking
Indian.
about what tribe?
Oh, tribe. Yeah.
I'm a Choctaw.
Do they have clans like the Seminole and all, like the wolf or the gator or the fox or the owl or whatever? You know, the Seminoles have their own clans, and they believe they're Seminole, but they believe they come from these various clans.
No, I think we're just
And they have different
one
spiritual
big happy family.
endowments.
We're just
Yeah.
one big
We
happy family.
are family.
Come from Elk Dookie.
We're just
You came from Elk Dookie.
we're just
I have a Huron, not a Huron, but a Wyandotte grandma. From
Wyandotte.
Not
a red dot, a
Wyandotte
Wyandotte.
is from the Ohio area, Canada area, and a Wyandotte is out of the Huron, the bigger Huron tribe.
I'm surprised you said that.
Is it W-I-N-E or W-H-I-N-E?
Wyndo.
Wyandotte. There's a Wyandotte County. There's
TT. I think.
yeah.
I'm surprised you said that. Usually, when you find somebody that tells you that their grandmother was anything, she was a Cherokee princess.
Yep.
But right off the bat, you know that's a lie because there was no such thing as a Cherokee princess at any
right.
time whatsoever in the history of the United States.
Well,
But
what about Pocahontas?
she wasn't a Cherokee and she wasn't a princess.
Right.
Oh, okay.
That was just
Okay.
Walt Disney World's.
Oh, Walt Disney put the wool over my eyes.
Yeah, for the billionth time.
Daggone.
All
You
of
know,
it.
I think if I was anything, I'd want to be a lot of different things, but
Yeah.
I'd like to be a trillionaire.
Trivia. Well, you pretty much are. I mean, you know all that
Everybody could
stuff.
say, you know, when I need to know something,
Yeah.
I'll
He is
turn
the
to
go-to
Kelly.
guy.
He knows all kinds
You
of crazy
you
little
could get
crazy
a job
stuff.
doing that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kick
You can
butt
stand on
on
stage. You can go to Vasani's and set
on,
up on the stage.
Jeopardy, whatever. You kick
Jeopardy.
butt.
You know, on certain days I can watch Jeopardy and feel like a genius.
Yeah.
And next day I watch it and I
That's
feel
how
like
I
an
was
idiot.
last night.
Yep.
I-
Same
I-
with
They
that.
had the right subject last night.
I tell Kathy, I said, man, if I was been on there tonight, I said, we'd been walking off with $32,000.
yeah.
And you know what? When they come up with those daily doubles,
Yeah.
I'm going to make it a true daily double.
Yeah,
I
but
go for
don't
the
you think
gusto.
that if you were on there, you'd freeze?
No,
Oh, I would. I guarantee it.
not me.
You'd be light, nice and loose.
What's her name from here in Arcadia went on that? No, that was Let's Make a Deal. Went on that, went all the way to the top and won the
she went to The Price is Right.
Price is Right.
What was her name?
And she won that. She was a Harrison.
No.
Are you sure? Yeah, she was. She's Bob Harrison's daughter.
Well, she was, but she married
And she married somebody else.
Fall.
Rick Falk?
Rick Fall's wife, or Rick Fall's brother, I think.
I don't remember.
I don't remember who it was.
But she took it all. She
Yeah.
went all the way to the top.
Wow.
But you know what happens to
Did she
a lot
come
of these
down the
people
aisle
that do that?
bouncing
Then
and-
they got to pay taxes and all that stuff, and they have to sell. They'll buy that stuff back from you right then and there.
That's right.
At pennies on the dollar,
And you leave with
and
something
then
in
you
your
leave
pocket.
with a little bit.
But you get the notoriety. But
So they don't. They go away not being as happy as they were when they were
Well,
there.
they might if you if you got the money to pay the taxes. Otherwise,
come on down.
you know they have these contests you see on like HGTV. You win this dream house in Colorado or it's in Texas
Yeah.
or somewhere, and it's like all the state of the art.
Yeah.
And I think for many years they've had that, and nobody that ever won that was able to
Nobody
keep
knows.
it because they couldn't afford the taxes. You got to pay the property taxes. You got to pay the income tax on
Well, that takes all the fun out of it.
earn credit.
Yeah, you walk away poor.
Man.
Probably, yeah. And then when you pay, and then when you sell it, you got to
Then
pay
you got a thumb home.
capital
Everybody
gains.
take your plane ticket away.
What is capital gains? 25% of what you sell.
Her name is Teresa, I think.
Teresa, if you're out there in this world,
Does she
still-
have any of the merchandise in her house? I wonder.
she's got a boat.
no, she's
I think
still
she won a
around.
boat
I don't know. She's still around here.
and a moat
A boat and a moat.
and with a
And a
goat.
And it made her gloat.
Okay, Luke, what kind of illionaire are you going to be besides a rabbit? head?
Hats.
Hats in there.
Hats. How about 1,000,000 guitars? No, you couldn't
That
play
would
them
be
all.
pretty
I mean, that'd be a lot.
Well, a lot of people have guitars
you could have a
just for wall
museum.
hangers.
A
I would
hat.
have I don't know if you've ever been in one of these guitar centers where you walk
Oh,
in.
just
I would have
like
like a wall full of them, just like that.
Yeah.
But all acoustic. I don't care for electric.
You know what's funny is when you stand around on the walls talking, you can hear it resonates.
That's exactly right. And they'll let you take them off the wall. You can play a $5,000 guitar. Just put it off the wall. There's a little room you can sit there.
They
and
don't
play
want
it.
you.
Wow. Do they?
banging them.
Then you can hang all your hats on the other wall.
There you go.
Hat and guitar.
Hats and guitars.
Yeah.
What else would you want, Mel?
Well, the cars.
A million pieces of bacon.
I'd like to have all of the different kinds of Jaguars that they made.
Oh my goodness.
That's my
That's your favorite car?
yeah. For some, I don't know. I ain't
The
got
old ones
I
or
don't
the
know.
new ones?
The old ones. I ain't got a clue
XKE.
as to why that is. It's just
Because when you were a kid, that was like a
I must have got ran
Status
over by
thing.
one when I was a kid.
No, you
It's
status.
indelible.
It was
And
a
Mama got
Mine.
scared by one.
it was
when
a
you-
status. You didn't see a lot of them, and when you
Yeah.
did, it was really a cool dude.
Well, I guess it has that Jaguar,
Long nose,
that big old Jaguar.
The hood ornament.
but not
Yeah.
anymore. They
It'd be
had
cheaper just to buy you one of them and put it on whatever car you got.
That's what I need.
Or get
Yeah.
a necklace
Yeah,
with a Jaguar.
Yeah, hang one of them 5-pound
and that would take care of my
hood ornaments around your neck.
my
Don't fall in the water, though.
my need.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah,
you know,
All right.
I wouldn't mind having some old vehicles too, but when I was a kid, my father had a Jeep station wagon, no military-looking, army green-looking Jeep
Oh,
station
wow.
wagon. And I believe if I was rich and could get any kind of older vehicle, I'd want to, what they call nowadays, it's called a resto mod. Instead of restoring it back to like it originally was, you restore it back to look good with a lot of modern amenities.
Air conditioner,
It's got
CD
air
player.
conditioning, automatic transmission, CD
right.
player, GPS.
Why not?
That's
It'd
why
be
I
very
want.
nostalgic for you.
Yeah, it would be cool because I mean, I drove that thing 1,000,000 miles. I mean, I drove that thing to school. I drove that thing camping. I drove it hunting.
Wow.
I'd love to have that. And the funny thing about it is, my wife's family, her father, they also had one, so it could kind of be a
Really?
a
Well, it was
double-
meant for y'all to be together.
Yeah, a
then.
double whammy.
Wow. Have mercy.
But
Goodness.
we got to wait till we win the Powerball this Wednesday. I think it's up
Then we'll buy
400 million.
Then we'll buy all the vehicles we want, all
We'll
the
be,
hats,
and
and all
we'll
the
be true
guitars and
millionaires then.
all the bacon, and we'll buy the coffee shop and fix that up, and we will be living happily after. Wait a minute, we're down to 30 seconds, boys and girls. We got to get out of here. So, y'all be whatever kind of illionaire you want this week. Be rich in spirit, though.
Be
and
happy.
We'll be happy. And we're going to close out with what is the frequency, Kenneth?
1480 AM on your radio dial, Arcadia's news and information station, WFLN.